News. A very funny incident happened recently where Universal Studios took down their own image, which showed Matt Damon as Odysseus in Christopher Nolan's upcoming The Odyssey movie. And that image was officially from Universal Studios' Twitter page, and officially it was taken down. And I am telling you, it became quite an ironic moment because fans on social media are certainly making memes, but from this, you can also understand how huge and how dirty their calculation is of the copyright takedown system. Imagine how blindly they make other creators take down their work. This time, they even took down their own image, abusing the copyright system as if they were blind. After which, moving on to our next news, comes the topic of TV series where the director of the 1980 Shogun series has given his opinion on FX's new version. And this was a quite blunt opinion. He said this new series is not entertaining for American audiences, and that the Emmy Award it received was only because of the lack of competition, where it remains to be seen how fans will react to this comparison. Do tell your opinions in the comments about how much you agree with this opinion when comparing the old and new Shogun. Along with that, our next news is that from Warner Brothers' side, Warner Brothers Discovery has planned to rebrand the logo of its streaming platform Max, where the previous blue color might be replaced in the new design with a combination of black and white. We will see in the future what reaction the audience gives to the new look. Moving on to our next news regarding Brad Pitt's upcoming film F1, we have got some information that its new teaser has been released. The director is Joseph Kosinski, who has directed Top Gun Maverick. This movie will try to make us relive the old experience of the racing world by calling us back to the theater again on 27 June. With that, I will tell you that Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day is dropping on Disney Plus on 28 March, which is officially its release date. This family comedy film is going to be a wild, unpredictable adventure. Along with that, Daniel Craig has exited from DC's upcoming film Sergeant Rock, and Jeremy Allen White is being looked at as a possible replacement. And let's see that right now, casting is still going on. When I give you more details, let's build up the excitement. Along with that, Will Smith has officially given confirmation on Hancock 2, and there is rumor that Zendaya give a good role in this movie, but there is no confirmation. Let's see whether this will be a superhero comeback or a disaster. Do let us know your opinions in the comments. And now our next news is that Destin Daniel Cretton's Under Spider-Man 4 is coming with a new supporting cast and a fresh direction. And now I want to ask the writer why he has written that generally accepted line here. Anyway, now moving on to our next new cover, Bong Joon-ho's next project will be a horror action film which is going to be set in Seoul's underground subway system. That's like a life project for him. This is a story I've been thinking about since 2001. Bong Joon-ho has said that, so let's see how good it will be. And then I think that was this week's biggest highlight in pop culture news, because in Martin Scorsese's new film, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will be in the lead. I mean, that's wild news. But yes, it is a true fact that in that movie, he will play a ruthless Hawaiian crime mob boss. And Leonardo DiCaprio and Emily Blunt have also been cast in it. And the film is being described as something like The Departed meets Goat Fillers. Let me also tell you a fun fact that the pitch of this movie was pitched to Martin Scorsese, together by Dwayne and Emily Blunt. And Scorsese did not like the picture, script-wise, saying that he himself would direct it. Leo, Dwayne Johnson, will be in the lead, and Emily Blunt will also be in this story. Let's see. Along with that, Jeff Bezos of Amazon is asking his audience who should be the next James Bond, because the rights are now with him, so there will be another film in the IP. And man, as soon as this news was heard, people started flooding memes with their recommendations that they should cast their Superman as James Bond, where we see when Henry Cavill will come, though the expectations for this are a bit low. But let's see whether he manages to become James Bond or not. Along with that, in our next news, here is a somewhat good and strange news that Netflix's Extraction spin-off series is being made, in which Omar Sy will be in the lead role. A situation that is both a good and a bad thing at the same time, because as a movie, Extraction was quite good, but now as a spin-off series, how good it will be is a somewhat quirky thing. Let's see. But our next interesting news is that the writer of Agatha All Along, Jack Shev, will direct the pilot episode of the Holes reboot series. And honestly, I have no idea about this, but it seemed quite interesting, so I thought of sharing this with you. With that addition now, moving on to our next news, Leonardo DiCaprio is in talks for the role of legendary stuntman Evel Knievel, and director Damien Chazelle will make the film. The film will start this summer. And in other cinema, after Damien Chazelle's Babylon flop, let's see how good a movie he gives us. I mean, I do not want this movie to also become an underrated masterpiece like Babylon. Don't watch Babylon. Rather, definitely go watch it. It's a very good movie. But now, moving on to our next news, there is a little surprise for Marvel and DC fans. A new crossover comic is going to be released this year where we have to wait and see how Superman sees his poor Spider-Man living in the same single-bed apartment, because he has advanced a lot in his universe. And along with that, Netflix, Apple, Amazon, and Warner Brothers are in a bidding war for Martin Scorsese's new crime thriller film, in which Dwayne, D.R. Rock Johnson, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Emily Blunt will be cast. Because it is already a given that Dwayne will come and market the movie, and the movie will already be good, wild, and all streaming services want to be a part of it now. Next week, there will be some more spicy pop culture news. Until then, keep watching short movies